Hey, welcome to my new haul. It's been a while since I did a haul, so let's get to it. First of all, I wanted to show off this. It's a little card reader, has a whole bunch of cards. My card reader broke like a long time ago, but it didn't matter so much because I was doing stuff on the MacBook Pro still. But since I started editing on my PC desktop, I needed a card reader, and I really dig this one. It's got instructions on what goes where on the back of it, so that's a cool one. Next, another thing for the channel. Got a little 128 gig SanDisk USB drive. Got a USB Type A. Well, it's a 3.1 and USB Type C. So this is because my MacBook switched to what was it, Mac OS 11, and it just didn't work. Like, none of my drives worked on it, so I tried to buy a new one that was on sale the other day, and that didn't work either, so I ended up buying this one. It was a little pricey, but it's nice. I can get the Backpedalers podcasts off of my Mac and put them on my PC, and I can edit them. So probably tomorrow there's just going to be a pile of those. Alright, let's get into the movies I've gotten 2 Blu-rays. I'll start with this one. This is the one that I was really enjoyed. This is Batman Gotham by Gaslight. Really good animated movie. Probably one of my favorites that DC's come out with. I've never read Gotham by Gaslight, so I don't know how much it follows the source material, but as a movie itself, it was really solid. It's rated R because it's super violent and unpleasant. So, yeah. Like everyone else, I got the Last Jedi Blu-ray. This, of course, is the Target one that's gigantic. Disc case problems coming out about this. It's ridiculous. I mean, the little thing on the back just falls off. I mean, that's just the beginning of the ridiculousness that is this deluxe edition. Good God. Where do I even put it? It's so hefty. Alright. So, as I mentioned in a previous video, I've been really not focusing on Star Wars collecting so much as I've been collecting other things. And what I mean by collecting is I buy something here or there. I've not been really, like, seeking things out lately. Just for reasons. One of them, of course, being, as you can see, there's not a lot of space in here. Well, there's a lot of space. There's not a lot of storage space. I got rid of the stereo. That's why we're filming over here. And I put some of my hardcovers on the dresser just because I had to. There was no other space. But with that being said, I picked up some Alien and Predator stuff. So, because I've finished book 2 of this series, and I realized I didn't have book 3, I went to Barnes & Noble and I picked up Alien vs. Predator Armageddon by Tim Levin. This is the Rage War book 3. So I just started this. I'm really excited to be reviewing the other 2 books for this series. So, yeah, Rage War. Next, I picked up, as you recall, a while ago, they made some Aliens omnibuses, like these paperback omnibuses of the novels. They've done it with AVP. I need to pick that one up. But I picked up the Predator one that came out in January. This has Concrete Jungle, Cold War, and Big Game. To my knowledge, these are like the only Predator novels besides the original movie has a novelization. But I can't find that anywhere. It's weird with Predator compared to Aliens. Aliens has a ton of books, a ton of stuff. But Predator doesn't. They have a lot of comics. I mean, not as much as Aliens. Aliens, when looking at the Dark Horse omnibuses, Aliens has 6 volumes and Predator only has 4. Now, of course, they're all tied together with AVP, but then with AVP stuff, there actually isn't as much. Like, Aliens just has a ton of content. So, yeah. It's cool to have this one. I think this will be the only one they release. I would like, if they... I don't think they even did a novelization for Predators. It's the same with Prometheus. I don't think they did novelizations for those movies. But I'd like to see, like, an omnibus of any other Predator content, like the movie, novels, or anything like that. And I started reading this the other day. This is a series of short stories that I was kind of wary on, and I didn't pick up at the time because, of course, this came out last year, I do believe, when all of the Star Wars short story books came out, and we've all seen my reviews on those. We all know what I think of them. I was just not really feeling it, but I picked this up. This is Aliens Bug Hunt. It's edited by Jonathan Mayberry, and it's featuring all these authors here. And they're not all stories with the xenomorphs. It's actually just stories in that universe, which is what initially attracted me to this book. So we'll check this out. They did a Predator sort of pseudo-sequel called If It Bleeds. I haven't picked that up yet, but I'm curious about that one as well. Then we get to some hardcovers, and then I'll move on a little bit from this. I picked up another copy of Alien in hardcover because of what came with it, so I have 2. I really like this cover. This is by Alan Dean Foster. I also picked up Aliens hardcover by Alan Dean Foster. Basically, I didn't know they made a hardcover copy of Aliens, the movie novelization. So, that's cool. I don't think they made ones for Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection. In fact, I'm positive that they didn't make one for Alien Covenant. It's a paperback release. So, yeah. Excellent finds. One more before I switch over to Star Wars stuff, because there's a lot of that. As the title says. We get to Generation Gone Volume 1. This is a really interesting comic about hackers that get superpowers. I'm partway through it. I really am excited to read this, and review it for the channel. Just something different that's not Star Wars. Maybe this will be the summer of not Star Wars. Probably not. But, yeah. Now we move on to Star Wars. Here's some new canon for you. Mace Windu, Jedi of the Republic. Have read this. Need to shoot the review for it. It's one of the few Star Wars stories that I've read that I haven't shot the review for yet. Because it's the only one. Look forward to that. I think you all know. Actually, I don't know if I talked about that on the channel yet or not. Moving on with the last of my new canon, I picked up Last Jedi. The review will be coming anytime now. It's just kind of backlogged on editing, as you can tell by the lack of backpedalers, and there's like 5 episodes I need to shoot for that I need to review. I can't even talk. It's too early in the morning. Edit for that. So, I also picked up Dark Disciple by Christy Golding, which was the other adult hardcover I didn't own for the new canon, so this completes my new canon collection. Woo! Moving on, this was something that took months to prepare for and work out, but the Geeks Addict and I finally did our trade. I traded him the Empire Strikes Back novelization for Han Solo's Revenge by Brian Daley, completing my Brian Daley hardcover trilogy. So, yay! Exciting. It really is exciting. Moving on, these last three books popped up on they all popped up on eBay right around the same time. These were very hard to get. These were things that just take me a very long time to collect once I figured out they existed. The first is Lando Calrissian and the Mind Harp of Sharu by L. Neil Smith. Lando books are very rare when they pop up. So if you see them, you jump on them if you're interested in them, because they are really, really hard to find. Next, Lando Calrissian and the Flame Wind of Ocean. Yet again, another really hard one to find. And of course, the third Lando book by L. Neil Smith was never released in hardcover, which I find just irritating beyond belief. And no one knows why. Or if they do, no one said anything. Like, even the C Corp book that came out, when they talk about the L. Neil Smith books, they don't talk about why the third one was only released in paperback. I think it's ridiculous. But moving on to the last thing here, Shadow Games by Michael Reeves and Maya Catherine Bonahoff. I don't know how to pronounce that. This is super rare to find. This was one of the last book club size Star Wars hardcovers, to my knowledge, and it was very limited in its printing. I've often heard that Scourge is the same way, but of course, as you all know, I got Scourge for a good deal. This one I had to pay a little bit for. It took a long time to find. A long time ago, I was in a bidding war. This was about a year ago. When Caitlin and I went on that vacation, I was in a bidding war for a whole bunch of things. That's when I got the Century hardcovers of those Clone Wars books. But this was one I lost, and it was a lot for this and Death Star. Death Star's not that hard to find. So at the time, I'm like, oh, I'll just find both of them. Well, I found Death Star, but this took like an additional almost year to find. But I'm very happy that I have it. It was really just... It's a landmark. This completes my hardcover adult Star Wars collection. It doesn't complete my adult Star Wars collection. I have literally one novel left that I don't own. Well, and then one set of short stories that I don't own. And otherwise, it's completed. So that's just two paperbacks. Young adult, I have, I think, 3 hardcovers to find. And then those 2 sets of short story hardcovers. I'm not in any hurry to collect them right now. I'm kind of just burnt out on the whole Star Wars thing. I really don't like reading Star Wars right now. I'm not feeling it. It's part of the reason, let's get another reason why I haven't done any of as much editing as I should. Because I have like 5 Star Wars reviews that are shot that I just need to edit. That just haven't come out because of, well, laziness, for lack of anything else. Then just prioritizing school over YouTube. Again, like every semester this happens. So, yeah. Hopefully this video will come out today. Otherwise, this is going to suck and I'll be even farther behind. But check out tomorrow. We'll have some Backpedalers podcasts out. Maybe tonight even. But I don't know. It depends on how long a certain someone that's in the shower is going to take. Because I need to shower and go to work. So, anyway, have a nice day.